What's going on, YouTube? We have Krim himself, the Asian Avenger, whatever you want to call him, the Grixis Big Daddy Bolus himself. I don't know if he identifies as Bolus, but he is the Grixis Master. But he will be playing Kraken Gangbang today.
Okay.
So, let's see how good he does. But before we do that, we need to make sure that you guys like the video, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and leave a comment down below if you like the video. But also, let me know if you think you could do better than how he did in the video. All of his social media links will be in the description. You can always check him out on Twitch, on Twitter. I will see you guys at the end of the video. Okay, everybody. This beautiful bitch right here, we have the Kraken Gangbang. All right, let's get right into the video. So, we have Yorion Sky Nomad as the companion. Basically, in your starting deck, you have to contain at least 20 cards more than your minimum deck size, so we have 80 cards instead of 60. When it enters the battlefield, exile any number of non-land permanents you own and you control. Return those cards into the battlefield at the beginning of your next end step, or of the next end step. We have 4 Grazers. This is just to turn 1, get an additional land into play, because we need a lot of ramp. We have 2 Fae of Wishes just to get stuff out of our sideboard, which we'll go over in a little bit. We have 4 Wolfwillow Havens, which I believe we may have to change for Growth Spirals. But the initial thought of having Wolfwillow Havens is that it's guaranteed ramp, quote unquote. So whenever enchanted land is tapped for a mana, its controller adds an additional green. Now specifically, this is just a green source, so it kind of sucks on that sense. Because when you're trying to cast something that's very mana dependent, like Genesis Ultimatum, it's very, very difficult to actually do that, especially if you have more than one Wolfwillow Haven. Again, the good part about it is that it's guaranteed ramp, unlike a Uro or a Growth Spiral where you're drawing a card and hoping you get a land, or if you already have a land in your hand. But the good thing about Uro and Growth Spiral, of course, is you still get to draw a card. But at the same time, this deck is very, very, very mana reliant. So the guaranteed mana is very important. Alternatively, you have the 5 mana, sacrifice the enchantment, create a 2/2 green wolf token creature. You can only activate this during your turn, but it's actually really, really cool. It can be useful when you're going against aggro decks. You don't really need the mana later on in the game. It does help from time to time, especially if you just need a chump blocker. We have 4 Cultivates. This is amazing, especially if you get a turn 1 Grazer. And then turn 2, Cultivate, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put one of those cards into the battlefield tapped, and then put the other one in your hand, and shuffle your library. This is amazing. Not only does it set up Uro for your next turn, potentially, because you'll have an additional land in your hand, which is probably one of the most useful parts of it, which makes me even more leaning towards putting in Growth Spiral over Wolfwillow Haven, but I'll have to test it more. But Cultivate is just a very, very good card. We have 4 Gift of Paradise. This is specifically just for the life gain as well as the mana fixing. So it's 3 mana, enchant a land. When it enters battlefield, you gain 3 life. Then the enchanted land has tap, add 2 mana of any one color. This is just good. Life gain is great. And of course we have Uro. So when it enters battlefield, sacrifice it unless it escaped. Whenever it enters a battlefield or attacks, you gain 3 life, draw a card, and you may put a land card from your hand into the battlefield. So it's basically like Growth Spiral, except it costs 1 extra mana, and you gain 3 life, which is pretty good value. The escape cost is, so basically the first time you play it, then goes to the graveyard because you have to sacrifice it, and then it has escape. So you pay 2 green, 2 blue, then you exile 5 other cards in your graveyard, and then you can put it into play, and it does the same thing again. Enters battlefield, you gain 3 life, draw a card, and put a land into play. Again, another reason why I think I might put in Growth Spiral over Wolfwillow Haven, just because Growth Spiral is a card that would be put put into the graveyard to help feed Uro to get it out earlier, more consistently. So it's just something to keep in mind. We only have 4 Storm's Wrath for our board wipes. These are our only board wipes outside of Star of Extinction, of course. But Storm's Wrath deals 4 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. Usually this does everything that we need it to do. If it gets super, super late into the game, we're usually perfectly fine, or super late into the game. I mean, we're ramping so hard that once it gets to that point in the game, we're either throwing down a Sunbird's Invocation, a Star of Extinction, a Big Daddy Ugin, something crazy that we don't really need the board wipe, or again, Star of Extinction. But it's very good for picking off planeswalkers, or at least reducing their loyalty. And then we have Haphazard Bombardment, 6 mana. When it enters battlefield, you choose 4 non-enchantment permanents you don't control and put aim counters on each of them. At the beginning of your end step, if 2 or more permanents you don't control have aim counters on them, destroy one of those permanents at random. This is cool because it just has a little roulette thing. But you have to keep in mind, if there's only 1 permanent with an aim counter on it, it will not destroy that permanent. So this can be very good with Yorion, because when Yorion comes into play, you can exile Haphazard Bombardment, and then bring it back, and redistribute 4 more aim counters, which then, of course, gives you 5 aim counters, because you still have 1 left from the first round. We have Sunbird's Invocation. This is kind of the Mac Daddy. Whenever you cast a spell from your hand, reveal the top X cards from your library, where X is that spell's converted mana cost. You may cast a spell with converted mana cost X or less from among those cards revealed this way without paying its mana cost. Put the rest at the bottom of your library in a random order. So if you're casting something big like an Ugin, Genesis Ultimatum, Star of Extinction, or Kiora, Best of Sea Gods, something that's 7 or 8 mana, you're going to look at the top 7 cards of your library, or top 8 cards, and you're going to be able to cast something that costs 7 for freezies, which is amazing. Because if you cast Star of Extinction, and then all of a sudden it's like, you get a Genesis Ultimatum from it. So you're like, okay, free Genesis Ultimatum. Or again, you cast Genesis Ultimatum, and then you get a free Star of Extinction. It's pretty good value, because you blow everything up, and then Genesis Ultimatum, if from the Genesis Ultimatum, then get like an Ugin or a Kiora, Best of the Sea Gods or something, it won't kill your Kraken because it comes in afterwards. It won't kill your Planeswalker because it comes in afterwards, and then you just have a massive card advantage, or a board advantage, I suppose. Kiora, Best of Sea Gods, one of my favorite cards right now. It is a saga, 7 mana, very expensive. You create an 8/8 blue Kraken creature token with hexproof. This is just very strong. The second turn it's out, tap all non-land permanents target opponent controls. They don't untap during their controller's next untap step. This is fantastic, because once that happens, what you can do is you can then Yorion to blink it, which then makes it to where it'll come back into play at your end step. You create another token, and then at your next turn, you retap all of their stuff, and they don't untap again. Therefore, you have 2 8/8s that you're swinging in, like your first 8/8 swings in for free, and then you have 2 8/8s that swing in for free. It's basically a 2-turn kill unless they have a board wipe or something like that. But the very last part of the saga, you get to gain control of target permanent and opponent controls, and you untap it. We usually use this to get rid, or to steal planeswalkers, or to get a cool land that we want, whatever we end up wanting. Star of Extinction, destroy target land. Star of Extinction deals 20 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. This is just a fantastic overall board. Genesis Ultimatum, this is also a crazy, crazy good card. Look at the top 5 cards of your library, put any number of permanent cards from among them into the battlefield, and the rest into your hand. Exile Genesis Ultimatum. So this can be very good or very bad. If you do this and you get 5 lands, it's very frustrating. It does happen, but it doesn't happen frequently. It's also freaking insane if you end up getting 2 Kiora, Best Sea Gods, or a Bombardment and a Sunbirds and some other crazy stuff. Or if you get another Genesis Ultimatum, you can put it in your hand. It can get crazy. So it's a very, very good card. Ugin, we only have 1 in main deck, which seems to be okay. We do have a couple in sideboard that we can wish from Fae of Wishes, which we'll go over in a minute. And it's just a great planeswalker for 8 mana, comes in with 7 loyalty. It's +2, deal 3 damage to any target. Usually we'll go face with it or pick off a planeswalker or a creature or something like that. The -X is exile each permanent with converted mana cost X or less. That's 1 or more colors. This is just good in general because the stuff that we care about is above 5 mana. It's like 6 or more. So we're going to be able to -5 and be perfectly fine with it. Outside of that, his -10, you get to gain 7 life, draw 7 cards, put up to 7 permanent cards from your hand into the battlefield. This can be absolutely insane. It just depends on what you get. Again, it's kind of like the same thing with Genesis Ultimatum. Then just 37 lands after that. Maybe too many. I think the TheAsianAvenger had it right, going down to 36. And then when it comes to the sideboard, we have Tormod's Crypt. This is just to exile all cards from the opponent's graveyard. We have Gravedigger's Cage. This is just to make sure they can't play anything from the graveyard. But again, this does shut down our Uro. So Tormod's Crypt, just tap, sacrifice it, exile all cards. Gravedigger's Cage. Creatures in graveyards and libraries can't enter the battlefield. Players can't cast spells from graveyards or libraries. So this does, in fact, shut down Sunbird's Invocation. So you do have to worry about that. We almost never want to cast this ever, but if you have to, you have to. Clear the Mind. This is just to fill our, get all of our stuff back into our hand. If we're going against a mill deck, we can fill up our library again. Rarely do we need it, but sometimes you never know. We also have Mirror Maid. This is just to copy one of our enchantments, like Kiora the Sea Gods, or the Sunbirds, Haphazard Bombardment, or the opponent's Elspeth Conqueror's Death, or whatever else they may have. We have Jace Wielder of Mysteries. So this is, again, if we're going up against a mill deck, we can cast this ourselves, and then if we get down to 0 cards and try to draw a card, we just win the game. So this is just, it's a secondary win con that you just have one of as a just in case. And since once M21 came out with Teferi's Tutelage and a couple other those cards, mill decks have actually kind of made somewhat of a resurgence, and that's why we have a card like this in the sideboard, mainly for that. We have River's Rebuke in here. This is just to return all non-land permanents target player controls to their owner's hand. There's no real board wipes in these colors, so River's Rebuke seems to be the best option that we have. Since we're destroying a lot of their lands, this is just a great option in general because they can't cast anything in. Chandra, this is phenomenal pressure. 6 mana, can't be countered. Each opponent gets an emblem with at the beginning of your turn, or the beginning of your upkeep, emblem deals 1 damage to you. -3 is Chandra does 3 damage to each non-elemental creature. This is good, but it's less good right now because Nissa is very, very popular, and she doesn't hit the lands because they're elemental lands. So you have to keep that in mind too, because a lot of people mess that up. But it's still like a pseudo board wipe. It ends up being pretty good. Her -X deals X damage to target creature or planeswalker. If it's a permanent, is dealt damage this way. Die this turn, exile it instead. Pretty good. But usually we'll just +2 her to get as much concurrent damage as we can. And then we have a Haphazard Bombardment, a Sunbird's Invocation, and a Kiora the Sea Gods, as well as an Ugin in sideboard, just as we need this now, so we get it. We have a Planewide Celebration. This is primarily just to gain life, but we can also do it to return permanents from our graveyard to our hands. So if they're countering a lot of our stuff, being our Sunbird's Invocation, Kiora, Haphazard Bombardments, we get to bring all this stuff back. If they counter our Fae of Wishes, the first one, we can bring that back. So it has a lot of utility. Dance the Mance, this is really just like a cute thing. We can only cast this if we have a Gift Paradise out. Should probably take it out of sideboard, but it's just kind of a cute thing that we can have. We can bring all of our enchantments back and make them into creatures if we want to, but it's kind of cute. Mass Manipulation, just gain control of X target creatures and planeswalkers. It's just stealing stuff. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Since we have a lot of ramp, it's pretty good. That's the way the deck works. It's pretty powerful. I am currently 17-2, but if you take into account the 60 card version, I'm 21-3. So it's a very, very powerful deck the way it is right now, and I highly recommend anyone play it. But if you do decide to play it, make sure you leave in the comment section below if you made any changes and what your record is in the historic event, because I want to look at it. So obviously, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. It helps out the channel more than you think. And follow me on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/StriderStone. And I'll see you in the next video.
Let me just get this list from Strider real quick. That is a username, Strider. That is a deck name. I'll just call it a Kraken deck. A gang of Krakens. That's what I'll call it. I'll call it that for the... to keep it, you know... like, you know, I don't know, PG-13? Is that PG-13? Kraken. Gang of Krakens. There you go. That's what I'm gonna call it. Alright, let's see what dad jokes have come up here in the chat. Okay. What's the cheapest part of a house? Roof tiles, because they're on the... Okay. Alright. What is this? This is historic? Alright. God damn it. Oh, Lava Spike, that's such a dad joke, dude. Oh man, Lava Spike, that hurts. Like, you know, like, you know it's good because like there's a lot of cringe to it, but like, my god, that is a dad joke. Alright. I made a Torrential Gearhulk Discontinuity Pioneer deck in paper earlier today. It's spicy. Just ending somebody's turn with Gearhulk. I mean, that's essentially just your... Isn't that a lot of 6-drops? Are you playing Bant? Are you ramping? This is the last time I was... Are you okay, Nostu Prime? You know, with the way the meta is? No, I'm not. No. I'm alright. I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright. I'm pretty excited. There's... I think I just keep this, right? I mean, I ramp...
One eternity later.
Okay, I've had it. I can't. All right. All right. You got me. All right, sick, dude. That was cool. All right, we're gonna do best of one because I'm gonna look at this deck real quick. How many lands do we play? 37? No, we're changing that. That's getting changed right now. You are now going to play that minis. And we're going to go up the amount of Ugins we have. Let me see here. It should be just like non-stop bombs. That's it. The Immortal Fun. I don't think we need that in the sideboard, right? If we want that, we can just put it in the main deck. Maybe just like one less copy of these, you know, like I don't want to say that this is like confirmation bias or anything like that, but you know, I felt like we drew one too many of those. Also, we need better hits with Genesis Ultimatum. So, what are some other cool bombs that we could throw into this deck with... you know what? We should play 6-mana Ugin. Other Ugin. Like, this I can get behind, I think. Alright, no more 420 Graze... Not too many 420 Grazes. Why that Overgrowth Spiral? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I guess because, like, we need to have the lands. I'm just taking the list as it is given to me. And now we're going to try changing... We'll try it again. We'll try it again. I just feel like we have too many, like, too much air. We need to like, just thin the air out a little bit. Just a little bit, just a little bit, a tad bit. What do we have against aggro? Our 4 of Storm's Wraths. That's it. I drew 3 so I could relive that experience? Which one? Add 2 swamps and add thought distortion? Look, chat, I love my thought distortions. I will always say yes to that. Oh, we have Grazer. Yeah, we have Grazer. Right. This is the game where I draw none of my lands, chat. Watch this. Like clockwork, no lands. I don't know, Boro, like, it's weird. There's like the 2 parties that you will see online are Grazer is the worst card ever and Grazer is stupid. I am unsure which side of that camp I'm on. Like, Grazer has some dumb games, right? And it really does help aggro. Keep. Yeah, sometimes that best of 1 shuffler does hit different. Oh, Lord. It's okay. We just gotta live. We just gotta live to, Star of Extinction. That's all. No worries there. Okay, so we go Cultivate. Burning Tree, yes. Chat, I'd like to report my opponent for pre-boarding. They've pre-boarded against our Ugin. For those that don't know, you will soon know that Goblin Crater Maker can sacrifice itself to kill an Ugin. I'd like, chat, can we report our opponent for a pre-board? Oh, good. Oh, good. I remember when I handpicked my 7 cards. Okay, sure, dude. You got it, buddy. I died. Can they deal 3 more damage? Good. Great. No, alright. Wow. Can we count that? Is that Xaxes? Wow. Burning Tree is such a messed up card. Wow. Alright. Yeah, you got it. We were close. Yeah, we went straight to Cleveland, dude. I don't know. I was not ready for my one-way trip to Cleveland to happen that fast. I thought maybe next turn it would like, okay, like. But I guess they do always have it, so, you know, if they're gonna have it, well, you know, alright, sure, I guess. What am I supposed to do about that? Smoothing benefits low to the ground aggro decks? Yeah, if that were true. I mean, I think that it's also because you gotta remember our deck plays a lack of interaction outside of Storm's Wrath, so we need 4 of those, right? We have 4 of those, and that's it. We can block a little, but that's not great against stuff like that. Okay. We got the Grazer, the Trailblazer. Totally different game now. The Trailblazer has arrived, chat. Now this is a game, okay, well, of course, we are now playing against a not aggro deck. This is where you punish me by showing me your, okay, Esper. Dude. Oh, God. Alright. I'm not gonna put Yorion in my hand because I don't want them to have incentive to try to, like, I don't know, speed, like, to thought erasure me again.
Stand by and watch. I've got time.
Nice! I see 4 permanents. That makes this easy. Alright! I see 4 permanents. If they bounce this again, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, they don't get to have... Oh, look, see? They had it. Oh, we gotta draw that land, though. We gotta draw that land here. I'm so bad at Magic. I'm so bad at Magic. Why don't I draw anything? Why? I'm so bad at Magic, dude.
Oh, I've done.
Yo, what up, Outlaw? Oh, we're gonna get milled. Oh, boy. No! No! No, dude! That's what I want! Stop. Stop. Shuffler, stop.
Stop it. Get some
Shuffler,
help.
stop. Seriously. It's not funny anymore, dude. Oh my god. It's not funny anymore, Shuffler. The joke stopped being funny 30 seconds ago, dude. Please. Stop. Well, no issues drawing lands this game, everybody. Would you look at that?
No, I am not making this up as I go.
I mean, something's got to get countered, right? Oh, it was all okay. Wasn't ready for that. I actually was not ready for that. So, all right. I thought this was gonna get countered or something. Yo, Maximus, I hope you've been well too, my friend. How are you, bud? How are you? All right, are we getting there? Are we doing it? Are we doing the thing? Chat, we might be doing the thing here. That Teferi will die if I get to resolve
I have
something.
a plan.
I mean, prawn, whatever it is, what do you want to call it? Red lobster, sea drill, it's all terrifying. If I saw that in real life, I hope I don't, by the way. Ha ha ha, dude, now that your Teferi's tapped, you're dead.
Only time will tell.
Huh. Once again, I did not expect that. I don't know, it's play Yorion. I mean, we have 20. We are presenting lethal. If the opponent board wipes us, I'm sad, but you know what? Sadness is just a part of life, dude. Yep. I drew a card. Got him. Oh, didn't bounce gift? I forgot. You're right. I actually forgot about that. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Teferi.
Trust me. Keep up the pace.
Alright. Maybe I'll draw a land. If I draw a land, I get some -5. Cool. I mean, it's 2 lands gone, right? It's got to be worth something. Alright, it's not as great, but sure. Haha! Once again, your Teferi is tapped. Wow, that is depressing. Sure, dude. Sure. That's so sad. Oh, man, whatever. Yeah, we do have Ugin, man. I guess that's pretty cool. I might need that, dude. I don't want to put that into play. I might need that. 3, 5, 8. You know what? No. I should play it. This plays around Spell Dispersal, or Mystical Dispute, right? Learning quick from my boy Maximus. I'm on an old school paper Magic player type one, but thanks for doing streams live, learning a lot from you. No problems, Outlaw. Thanks for hanging out, my friend. Mortify? Well, that's depressing. Hey, it's me, ya boy. Actually, thanks for saving that. I mean, we have 41 cards now, and we know we don't have to play around Mystical Oh, no, but they untap. Lord have Hershey's on my soul. You know what? I feel like I should just go for this, chat. But like, if I play Ugin and then I get bodied, it feels kind of bad, right? Like, I need the Ugin to resolve. I need the Ugin to resolve. What are the odds that it does? I guess you gotta play Magic at some point. Oh, nuts. There goes our friendly neighborhood Gift of Paradise chat. That could be hilarious. I do have a Clear the Mind in the sideboard. Oh my god, you're right, chat. I do have a Clear the Mind in the sideboard. That's so perfect.
Show remorse. I'll protect
So when was the last... You said you used to play a lot of Standard, right? When was the last time you played? So they don't get to bounce it. Dude, that is
Want me to phase
so
you out
much
of time?
sadness, man. Right, Teferi stops that.
Don't worry, I got this.
Whatever. Right, Teferi stops the cascade. I know, I don't get anything. Whatever. Doesn't matter, I couldn't cast those anyways.
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. Yahoo! There we go. What does this get? What cool 2-drop? Are there any? Oh, I guess I get a Wolf Haven thing. Wolf Willow Haven. Ah. Oh, it has to be from my hand, actually. It doesn't matter. Sure. Hand only. Right on. Put that into place. Grab that. Sure. Put that one into play. Why not? Tron line, baby. And now we clear the mind, shuffle all the bad cards away, right? Shuffle all the bad, like we exile as many bad cards as we can with Uro. This then focuses our deck, you see? It focuses our deck. We did the thing, chat! We're doing the thing!
It takes impressive knowledge to be a temporal archmage.
Okay. Eugene. Oh, Eugene. Does this resolve? Equip that there. You'll love to see it. Does this resolve? I just started reading about a few weeks ago. The last time I played Type 1 was around Mirage or Tempest, not to mention a few booster packs after. Oh, dude, it's been a long time since Tempest. Oh, man, Magic has changed so much. Magic has changed so much since Tempest. Jeez Louise. Whatever you thought was the best card back then has probably been outclassed by, like, well, I didn't play a lot of, like, Standard by then because I was not old enough to. I think I really started getting into more Standard and, like, FNMs and tournaments around Astral Slide. So, like, I guess around Onslaught Block. But I think blue for a while was one of the better colors, but now it's green. Yeah, there are Planeswalkers now, and the game has changed. Rules have changed. You don't get mana burn anymore, so you can't just, like, mana short somebody and laugh at them hysterically. I think you underestimate how broken Tempest Urza Saga Standard was. Okay, DD Ben. Actually, this is actually something that I am currently trying to figure out, right? Like, do you think Urza Saga Standard, right? The best deck there could beat Bant midrange now? I am genuinely curious. Do you think that it could beat it, like, the standard decks now? Let's just say, you know, the typical Bant build, and it just plays Narset, Teferi, Nissa, Ugin, and Ramp. Okay. So it just pretty much, those are the options, right? If the deck doesn't beat it by turn 1, it is over, right? Yeah, I think Old School Affinity would be able to, yeah. Old School Affinity would be able to. Definitely Old School Affinity. 3, 5, 6, so... Oh man, I might be dead. Oh yeah, I'm dead. Even if, like, I'd have to draw Storm's Wrath. That would save me. That's the only out I have. I have no other outs. Storm's Wrath or bust. Does that save me? Not really. Draw into Storm's Wrath. One time. Not Heart of the Cards. What a bummer. Yeah, GG's, GG's. All the bounce we got at the moment, but like I think Affinity would just win, right? Like Affinity would win there. The reason why I'm asking is because like I do want to see more like decks of Standards Pass taking down like versus, you know, the current powerhouses now and how they fare. Wait, why are you excited for Shocklands leaving? I'm sad about Shocklands leaving, though, personally. I don't know if this is worth it, right? Like, playing this? Eh. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I think I have to play this. Yeah, I've got to play that, and I've got to ready, like, be up and, like, ready to block. Masterful. Master tier gamer. It's me, ya boy. Bant wins versus Cobblade. Oh, Cobblade gets destroyed by Bant. Why? Because Bant cannot beat, or I mean, Cobblade cannot beat a Teferi. Because the era of Cobblade was all, like, it was all about using the legendary rule to kill Planeswalkers. That is no longer the option. Like, you cannot do that, in, like, with Cobblade. Offset Triomes and Zendikar would... Well, the issue is, like, the shards... Like, they would have to then change it, right? Like, it wouldn't be Grixis. It would be whatever they decide to rename it. If they decide to print the other Triomes, right? Like, the Grixis ones, the Esper ones, the Bant ones, and stuff like that. Like, the legend rule no longer exists, so you can't kill a Planeswalker, so I actually do not know how... Cobblade, like, it has to counter Teferi, but the issue with that is that there's just too many threats. There's just too many threats. So what is this? Lookout's Dispersal, probably? Like it has to counter that. It has to counter, like, even with Preordain and all of that stuff, that doesn't even matter. How much does Lookout's Dispersal make us pay? 4? Do we go for it, chat? Or do we just play Big Bird? Because, like, we need this to resolve. We need this to resolve. Cobblade, like GT probably, like, still wouldn't help. GT wouldn't help. I'll play Yorion, right? But if they counter this with something... Oh, wow, it resolved. Okay, cool. Oh, they must have another Brazen Borrower or something like that. Oh, sure. I now get to hold up 3 mana before you bounce this with Brazen Borrower. Dang it! Dang it, dang it, dang it. I mean, they probably have a negate. They probably have a lot more to deal with this, too. So, like, I need to find my Chandra. So this is Wizard's Retort or something like that, right? I mean, Wizard's Retort. So many things that can counter me here. It's kind of hard to keep up. Yep, Lofty Denial. You got it. So I have to get Chandra. It's just Chandra or we lose. We can't beat mono blue, and we can't beat anything that gets on the ground early, unfortunately. Yeah, they have too many counter spells now, so I think we're just gonna jam. We're just gonna jam. You got it? You have a hard counter. Oh my gosh, we resolved a spell, everybody! And I present to you, chat, the resolution of a spell. Yes! Damn it! Stop drawing cards! Stop drawing cards, dude! Stop drawing cards! For the love of God, please stop drawing cards. Haha! It's me! I really wish Dive Down was protection from a color. Whatever, Dive Down. Sure, dunk on me. What's going on? Why am I resolving things? Dude, they're gonna repeat the same pattern. Let me guess. You got it, don't you? You got a one draw. Oh, whoa. That's so bad right now. Should I go for the Sunbird's Invocation? This is the only bet we have, right? That we find something? They play anything and then we die. Oh! Alright, pass. I mean, I'm gonna pretend that I have something right now. Oh, come on, man! Alright, I'm dead. GG's. What else are we doing though, right? Like we can't, I can't play the Kraken thing. That doesn't do anything. At least letting Sunbird like resolving means that we get to actually do something. So unfortunately, the deck went 1-3. We just couldn't get underneath all the aggro decks or anything to keep up with the aggro decks. So I guess we just need more interaction. I mean, we tried to ramp. Our ramp was unbelievably solid, just not fast enough. Yeah, just couldn't get there. Just couldn't get there. All right, let's go ahead and switch. We tried. The thing is, we did try. We got one win though.
Here are the differences between the two decks. So on the left here, we have the original deck that I made. And on the right, we have the changes that the TheAsianAvenger made. So basically what he did is he took out one Grazer. I believe he also took out, let's see, what was it? Took out one Grazer. He added in two more Ugins, because I only had one in main board. He added in two of the other Ugins. He took out one of the Genesis Ultimatums. Let's see. He made a lot of changes, which was a little bit crazy. He did take out one of the Wolfwillow Havens, which I do actually agree with. And we'll kind of go over that a little bit later. He kept in all the Cultivates. From what I can put together, pretty much everything else was the same. He did take out one land, which I think should be fine because we did end up getting kind of flooded a lot in the games. So I think taking out a land and going down to 36 would be just fine. But those are the big changes between the two. I don't think it really helped him because for the most part, he made the changes before he even played the deck. He did it in a best of 3 game, and which is not really a good, it's not a good baseline to have. So he made some changes before he even took it into best of 1, and these are the changes that he made, and that's kind of what I believe made the difference between as far as what the deck normally does and how it performs as opposed to what he did, because I tweaked it a lot to kind of like perfect it in the way that it performs the way it does now, and then the vast amount of changes that he made, I think that's why he had so many problems, considering he didn't even play it yet. So I think that was the main issue. But taking out one land, I think that was the right move. I believe he took out one of the hinterland harbors. Yeah, he took out one hinterland harbor, which I think is okay. I don't know if that's the right choice, since we kind of need green and blue, especially early game, but at the same time, red is super, super necessary. I guess we don't need that much blue, but it's still fine. As far as sideboard goes, he took out the Sunbird's Invocation that we had in sideboard, and he added an Immortal Sun, which I can definitely understand. However, I would have kept this Sunbird's Invocation in there and taken out the Dance of the Manse. The thing is, as well, is that he added 3 Planeswalkers, 2 Ugins and 2 other Ugins. So he added 4 Planeswalkers, which makes the Immortal Sun a lot weaker because of that specific factor, or makes your Planeswalkers a lot weaker, which really, really, really sucks. So I don't necessarily agree with the addition of all the Planeswalkers and adding an Immortal Sun in the sideboard. But outside that, those are the general changes that he made. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See if you could make a better deck. Let me know. I challenge you all. Take this deck, the original deck, it'll be in the description. Take this deck list, put it into a best of 1 historic event, and give me your results. Give me a screenshot, like an Imager link of the deck with your results, what your score was. See if you can get better than the Asian Avenger, and then link the changes that you would make, or just do a playthrough of the changes. Give me your deck link and everything so I can take a look at it and kind of compare, see who out there is smarter and or better than the Asian Avenger, shall we? Ooh, we're gonna 5-head this shit. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really do appreciate it. But don't forget, in the description below, you're going to see all the links to the Asian Avenger's channel, his Twitter, everything like that. He's an amazing streamer, very talented, very entertaining. He plays a lot of Grixis. He's a big fan of Big Daddy Bolus. So I actually should have given him the Infinite Bolus deck that we built. So that was probably a mistake on my part. But it was still interesting to watch him play it. Yo, what up, YouTube? Yeah, we going here, Strider. Come on. You didn't really think that I was that type of person, did you? Thank you, everyone, so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you were even a little bit entertained by this video, please make sure to let me know down below. And if you have anything that you would like to see next, go ahead and leave that there too. And make sure to check out my live stream 5 days a week, every day except Sunday and Thursday. Stream times down below.